Now let's continue over here, and the next thing that we want to do over here is let's be more specific and let's try to catch a domain specific error over here, and let us improve our current exception handling over here. The next thing that we'll do is let's just go back to the exceptions over here and let's add the new file and let's add the domain over here. So domain.py over here, we will be catching a domain specific error over here. Let's just create the CLASS class over here, and then the domain exception that's going to extend from the exception itself. And once we have that in the domain, let's just go and say, let's say we have something is not found, and maybe a user is not found by the ID, or if you are trying to create or something like a record, that record may already exist, right? So this may be some of the use case over here. So let's just go and add the class over here, and let's call this one as the not found. So not found over here, not found exception, and that's going to extend from the domain exception over here. The same thing that we have done previously. And next will be already, so already exist exception, right? And maybe let's say, okay, so let's just go and keep this two only, or this three only over here for now. Maybe we are just going to require this two over here. And once we have that, let's just go back to the over here, which is of the HTTP errors over here. And now we need to define our the function one more time. So let's just go and add the function over here, add the app and dot, and that will be of the exception handler over here, and we need to pass in the domain exception that we have just created over here. That's going to register that one, and async function over here, async def, handle the domain exception. And we are going to grab the request as well as the domain exception over here. And let's just go down over here, and let's go and say if each instance of our exception is of the not found. So let's just go and import that one. We'll add the code over here. So let's just go and add the code which will be of equal to the not found, and else if it's the instance of the already exists exception, we'll just go and add the code of this one. Otherwise we'll just add the generic, which is a domain unknown failure over here. And from here we are going to go and return the response, similarly what we have done over here. So let's just go and return the response of the status code of the 400 over here, and then the content will be of the code is of the code, and we'll just go and say the domain service temporary unavailable. Maybe this may be much more generic. We can actually grab the message. So let's just go and import this one first of all. So we can actually grab the message from this and this, right? So let's try to grab the actual message, and let's try to add into this particular message instead of returning just a generic message from here. And for that, let's just go and grab the message which will be of equals to get the attribute over here, and let's just go and grab the message from our exception over here, the exception, and we'll just grab the message from there. And otherwise we are just going to resource not found, and here get attribute from the exception, the key each of the message that we want to extract. If that is not the case, then we are going to return resource already exist. Otherwise we are going to sorry for that, let's just go and add that one. Okay, so that should be good enough. And here the message is domain service temporary unavailable. We'll just go and return the message from here. So that should be good enough, right? So here if the instance is of the not found exception, we are going to extract the code and then the message can be extracted using the get attribute over here, object name, and then the default. So object is of this particular exception that we are providing, and then the message that we want to exist, right? So this is the name of the key which we will pass in the message. Otherwise the default will be of the resource not found over here. And the same thing we will do for the already exist exception. the object is of this, the key that we want to extract, and then the default message is resource already exists over here. And for the rest we are going to grab from the exception message, otherwise just pass in the default message domain service temporarily unavailable, and that should be written by this particular response code. And now once we have set this up over here, and once that is registered already in our register exception handler, and that's already called from here, so we don't have to do anything now, we just have to register it over here. And the next is, now we need to go and actually so let's go and see not found. So where can we use this particular not found, or the, if we go back to the domain where we can use the not found, let's just go back to the repository over here, and let's say we want to find the country over here, right? So one is in the find the country by the ID. We can say that if we try to find that, or if we try to find that if it doesn't exist, then we can return, or we can raise that particular exception over here. And if you take a look for the response type of this result is the country model or the none. So we'll just go and check for the condition. If the result, or if the RESU result each of the none over here, then we can just go and say that we can raise our exception over here. So RAISU, raise our exception, which is of the not found exception over here, right? If we go and add, import that one over here, but for now let's not import that, right? So not found exception, what we need to do is we have to pass in the message, because if you take a look over here, we are expecting a message from that particular exception class. So what we'll do over here is, let's go to our domain over here, and in the domain let's just go and create the one more new folder over here, and let's add the exceptions over here, and let's create the new file, and let's call this one as the exep exception.py file over here, and that should be good over here. And here let's create the class over here, and I'll just go and say the country not found exception, and that's not going to come from the exception, but it's going to come from our this one, so not found exception. So let's just go and grab that one, and let's go and import that over here. So not found exception over here, let's just go and import that, and here we are going to take the default constructor over here, right? And in the default constructor, what we are going to take in is not the message. Let's just go and remove this one. We'll take the custom, let's say entity, let's say the entity, so entity entity, and this is the type of the string, and as well as we will take the ID, or maybe we'll say the ID. Okay, so let's just go and say the ID or the key, right? So let's just go and say the key, maybe not the int, maybe we'll just go and say str string as well over here, and here we'll create the formatted message over here that's going to be of the entity not found with the key, or maybe you can construct some default message over here. Now we can pass in the which entity and which key was not found, more of the like it can be like this key is not found with this particular entity, right? So now we have the much more clear error over here. So CLASS class, and we have a country already exists exception. We need to import this one as well from our domain over here. And now we are going to do the same thing over here, which is have a default constructor, which we are going to take in the entity as well as the key, and we are just going to construct our default message over here, which will be of the entity already exists with the key over here. But I guess this may not work. If we go back to our, let's go back to over here, and we are extracting it using the get attribute for that particular message key. So what we have defined over here is, let's just go back over here, and here we need to create the message over here, message, which will be of the what we have defined over here. So let's just go and format that one over here. Let's go and extract that one over here. Let's go and extract this over here, and let's just go and paste it over here, right? And let's just go and have the self.the message, which will be of equal to the message, and in the constructor we are going to pass in that particular message. And now we should be able to do the same thing over here, message, which will be of equals to the entity of the exist self.the message, and then pass in that particular message. Now since we have defined our exception in our domain for the country, now let's just go back to our country response over here. Instead of using this one, what I can say the explicitly countr country not found exception over here, and here I can pass in the key. So if you take a look over here, we need to pass in the entity and then the key. So entity, so let's just go and say the entity will be of equals to country, and then the key will be of the country ID over here, and that should be good. And here, so here I guess we also are finding that one, so it's we need to find that particular the record before deleting it, right? So let's just go and do the same thing over here. If the country model is of the none, then we can just go and say the country not found exception with that particular country ID and the entity over here. So this would be good over here. And now let's just go and take a look over here, and let's try to go and run our server, and I hope the server is running. And let's go back over here, and let's try to refresh this one over here one more time, and we want to go and grab the ID over here, let's say of a 1000, which should not exist, and let's try to, and now you can see that DB connection failure data. Okay, so which means that I haven't started my database server. So let me just go and run the database server, and once the database server is running over here, so let's try to go and execute over here. That should be something higher value over here, and we still get the same error, so that may not be correct. So let's just go back to the repository over here, and let's try to see how we have implemented that one over here. And let's just go and add the comment over here, that was to raise the area, raise the exception if country is not found, and that should be because of this one. So we are also catching the generic exception, which should include this one. So if that is raising this one, we should not catch it over here, right? So if this is not the one, this is also not the one, and this is not included over here, so it goes to the generic exception that we are catching. So we should not catch that one over here, and we should do the same thing for this one as well, otherwise it's going to go through this one over here, right? And once it went to there, then that's why it's giving us the DB unknown failure over here. Now let's just go back over here, and let's try to send that particular request. We should get the not found, and we should get the country not found with the ID that we have passed in over here. And let's just go and execute that. That's pretty cool, right? So now we have the centralized our exception handling as well for this one. And now let's try to do the same thing for our delete, and let's go down over here, and if you try to pass in the 1000 over here, we should get that not found as well, right? Now if we go back to the exception, we have one more with the country already exists exception that we have defined over here. It's not being used. So how we can use that one is, let's just go back to our service over here. We can use that in our country service over here, and where we can catch that is in the update and in the create, because that if we go back over here, we are returning the this one. So let's just go and integrity error, which raised the unique constraint failure, right? So unique constraint failure means that record already exists, right? So that is what we can catch it over here. It's actually not required, but if you want, we can just go and see how we can add it in our the business logic over here. Currently we don't have any the exception handling over here because currently it's not required. Everything is cached from our repository and is directly send it to our global the exception handler that we have set up. So let's try to add it over here as well. So try, and let's just go and move this one a bit inside over here, and what we can catch over here is the except the unique constraint. So what we have is the, let's just go and back over here. What we are throwing or what we are raising from here is the unique constraint failure. So let's just go back over here. So let's just go and add that one, and let's import that one over here as the E over here. And from here we are going to erase our domain specific exception that we have defined, which is country already exists. So let's just go and pass in that one over. Okay, so here in the service, so let's just go and pass in there over here. Let's import this one over here, and here we need to pass in the country entity and then the key name. I guess that should be the one. So here we just need to pass in the country entity and then the name. So here I guess we don't require this one, right? So once it is of the unique constraint failure that's raised from the repository, we catch it in our service layer, and here from here we raise the country already exists exception from here. And here we just say which model, and then the which key got conflicted, like country.name or any of the unique constraint that we can pass in over here, right? And we can cast the same in our update as well. So I guess in the update also we are returning that one as well. So let's try to go and set this one a proper intent, and from here let's just go and return that one as well. So now we should be good to go, and let's try to go and see if we are able to get that particular exception. So let's try to go and grab the from 1 to let's say 200, and let's execute the one, and let's try to go and see if we want to go and update this one, and let's try to go and try to create that one as well. So right, let's just go and try it out. Name, we'll just pass in that one, country code NP, and then the currency code NPR over here, and let's try to go and execute this one over here. We should see that now it's returning as the already exist, country already exists with Nepal, right? So that's the custom message that we have defined over here. It's not raising our repository, this one it's not going to raise from here directly. What we have defined that in our, let's just go on to the core here, it's not going to raise this one unique constraint here, but it's going to return this one. It's going to raise from here. And now we have the solid or a proper exception handling set up for our application over here.